to reduce the adverse effects of the hazards. For example, I come to this place, I see a 50 liter of fuel here. PLS, that's petrol. And then I see an electric kettle here. I see a gas cylinder there. But this place is supposed to be electrical. What do? It's either I remove some of the hazards or I remove them completely. You either reduce or you completely eliminate. Do we understand? Fires occur when you allow the fire hazards to remain there unchecked. It snowballs into something bigger. What is a hazard? A hazard is anything that has the potential to cause harm. Do we understand? Anything that, for example, in your house, you put a knife in your sitting room and you have small children. You have already placed the hazard for them. The implication is that if you do not remove that knife, then you want to play with it and see how they use it to cut onions. And in the process, they will injure themselves. So what do? You either remove that knife completely or you reduce the risk by taking it from where their hands can get to and keeping it where their hands will not get to. That's what we mean. What are the steps in fire risk assessment? Number one, you have to identify the fire hazards. You get to a place, you see the hazards. You identify them either by looking at them. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
You identify either by looking at them, by seeing them. When you see a spark, for example, on any of the electrical connections, seeing that spark alone should let you know there's a problem here. That's what we mean by identifying a fire hazard by sight. The second is by sound. You hear crack, you know there's a hazard. For example, who told us to evacuate during the evacuation drill? The alarm. You had the alarm. So that alarm told you that, please leave where you are. There is danger. Is that not?
Yes.
So you can hear a fire hazard. You can identify a fire hazard by hearing, then by smelling. For example, in your house, you start smelling gas leakage. Do you understand? It tells you that you have to go and check what is wrong with that gas cylinder so that fire will not occur. Then the next is feeling. For example, if I come here, I know that these air conditioners are on 16 degrees. But this place is unnecessarily hot. It tells me that there is a hazard, and I'll have to look for the experts to come and find out why is this place hot, even if the AC is on. Do we understand?
Yes.
When you put on your electric iron and you want to iron, how do you know if it's working? You touch it. They burn you, that is to say they work. Steps in risk assessment. The first one is to identify the hazards. The second is to identify the people at risk. I love the evacuation drill that was done this morning because there was a simulation of rescuing somebody living with disability. Do we understand? We simulated it like if you have somebody who is not physically fit. It's not only somebody that is crippled, that is a PWD. Pregnant women, brother Bernards, that's abuse. There are also people living with disabilities. Because sometimes they may think they are going here, but this is the risk taking. You also have to assist those people during an emergency. Do we understand?
Yes.
You identify the people at risk. Some time ago, I think late last year, I led an evacuation drill to the central bank. And while they were evacuating, after they evacuated, they had a whole number of people, over 600 that evacuated that day. And in the course of the evacuation, they were taking the roll call, and we discovered that there were 2 people who were missing. We had to go look for them. Unfortunately, we found out one of the big men coming in a wheelchair. Another man was wheeling him. And this was after like 20 minutes of the drill. So I asked them, sir, where are you coming from? He said, well, I had to send my PA to come pick me. I said, from where, sir? He said, from the 8th floor. Hello? As a top group, people who cannot help themselves have no business in the upper floor. Are you listening?